here with Bill Wadhams, Astrid Plain of
Animotion. We're so happy to be with you, Martha. It's been like a couple days or weeks or
just
years
like
or something.
Couple. You both look amazing.
Thank you, so do you.
Thank you for coming to our party.
You're welcome.
We're excited as heck.
It's our 1-year birthday bash. We are a radio station in San Francisco. We play all 80s all the time.
God
That's
love
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going great. People love the 80s. I was talking with Bill a little bit about when do you think the whole momentum of 80s passion started to take off, because it has taken on, it's a genre unto itself now that people just love.
I'd say it's the turn of the century. When the Y2K thing didn't happen, the 80s thing took its place and just roared into the consciousness. In my own case, my kids enjoyed the rock and roll of the 90s, the grunge rock, the grunge rock of
Or
the
rock,
90s,
grunge.
and then when the new century came around, they discovered the 80s, and they love it.
Back.
And how about you? Now, where were you living at that time?
I was in Los Angeles, in Hollywood.
And did you start to notice like a different kind of feeling about the 80s?
I can remember bands like Missing Persons
Yeah.
and Susie and the Banshees and Flock of Seagulls. Actually, we happen to be here with them tonight. And it was just such a happy, exciting new sound with bright colors and people being so creative in their videos, Cyndi Lauper, and it was just the best time.
And what's going on with Animotion now? What are you guys up to?
We recorded a new album last year. We put it out in January. It's called Raise Your Expectations. It's available on Amazon and all the other outlets. We're really proud of it. We're going to play one of the songs called Thank You for the Bad Review tonight.
Ooh. Is that the one that's on Wet Hot American Summer? Or a
No,
different
that
one?
song is called Raise Your Expectations, but yeah, we're in Wet Hot American
Which is
Summer,
so
first
cool.
episode. It's
Yes.
fun. Yeah.
And I'm ready to bust out some trivia for you.
I
Let
hope
us have it.
our brains will work on that.
But I do have to put on my glasses. Okay.
Okay.
80s trivia. In the 80s, let's see, what was the first video MTV?
The Buggles, Radio
What?
killed the video star.
What did you think of MTV when you first saw it?
I was so excited to actually see the music that I was listening to have a visual. It was amazing. When MTV only played music, that was the thing. Yeah.
Can you name the original MTV VJs?
Okay.
Richard Blade.
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh my God, that hurt.
No,
Oh, that
we're talking
hurt.
about
Oh, that
MTV.
hurt.
Oh,
he was
that
on
hurt.
Video One. Yes, thank you very much.
okay.
We love Richard Blade.
But he's so hot.
He's
I had to bring
very
him
hot.
up.
He's very
Okay.
hot and a
Okay.
good friend of mine.
Okay.
Martha, Alan,
Yeah.
who else? Oh God, Mark
Nina
Goodman.
Blackwood.
Yes.
Nina Blackwood, Mark Goodman.
Yep.
Uh,
And JJ Jackson.
yes,
Right.
J.J. Jackson.
Okay, in what 80s movie did Emilio Estevez, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall,
Breakfast Club.
yes, ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
In what 80s song does Sting sing?
I want my MTV.
Yes. What 80s
that
song?
was that English band with two guys, and it was
Oh.
Dire Straits.
Dire Straits.
That's it.
I want my MTV.
Yeah, Money for Nothing.
Money for Nothing,
And
yeah.
what
6 for
tune is
free.
this? I want my.
Don't stand so close to
Yes,
me by the
Astrid,
police.
ladies and
Think about that.
gentlemen.
And Sting is also very hot.
So yes, he is.
Sorry.
We're talking a lot about hot guys. Don't feel bad, Bill. You're included.
Oh, you're hot?
Okay, thank you.
So,
I'm not so tantric as he is, but I could learn.
all right then. And tell me what else is going on with Animotion. Where's your next stop?
We're stopping at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas on September 9th. We're going out to the Punta Cana Breathless Resort in the Dominican Republic in November. That's going to be
Nice.
amazing. That's got a wide range of people, from Howard Jones to Night Ranger, Winger, Flock of Seagulls, lots of people.
And it's a week in the Caribbean. If anybody wants to come with us, we'll hang
Come
with
on
you.
November.
And back in the 80s, like what kind of scene were you guys in? Like were you like Paisley Underground, or like what kind of scene was the Animotion scene that you guys came out of?
You know, when I first got to Los Angeles, which is where we all met, the Knack had just kind of turned it around by doing kind of a 60s sound, which I had been moving in the 70s towards the sophisticated jazz, prog rock, that sort of thing. And when they came out, and some other groups with this kind of retro garage band 60s thing, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in my element, and I started writing in that vein. Our producer came back from London and said, I just heard Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Have you heard that? We're like, yeah. And he says, I think we should like add a little of that Frankie vibe to our album. And the song Obsession kind of was influenced a little bit by Frankie.
That's interesting. Sort of the Knack meets Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I like that. That's a good combination.
You know, rock and roll is still rock, because we were originally a rock-based group with some synthesizers, and then it kind of flipped. The synthesizers became a little bit more important, and the Fairlight playing that crazy computer dubba bass that catches people's ear.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, it's still rock and roll to me.
Thank you.
And I thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming
you.
to our
My
party
pleasure.
again. Very nice to see you, and great that you're back out on the road and rocking the 80s. We appreciate that.
Come and
Thank
join us in the
you.
Caribbean in November.
I'd love to. Are you
Okay.
kidding? Oh
Look
my
for our-
God.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Animotion, ladies and gentlemen, right here on iHeart 80's at 1037.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.